Srimath Bhagavatam in chapter 11, 7, 4 and 5 sloka, Krishna himself tells to Uddhava what is going to be Kaliyuga. He asks Uddhava to leave the place immediately. And he says he also will depart from this world. And once if he leaves, the Kaliyuga will start. And the earth will be bereft of all piety, and the earth will become overwhelmed by the characteristic of Kali. People will be addicted to all kinds of sinful activities. So before Kaliyuga begins, Uddhava, don't remain in this planet. Purify yourself. Exit this world for spiritual domain. In this way, Krishna advised 5000 years ago. What is there to say for us who are presently living in the midst of this Kaliyuga? Brahma Purana, Prakriti Kanta, 7th chapter, 69th sloka says, in Treta Yuga, Dharma will stand on only 3 legs. In Dwapara Yuga, 2. In Kali Yuga, only 1. And thereafter, at the end of Kali, ultimately even that leg disappears completely. So Dharma will be completely out. In Bhagavatam, 12th chapter, 43 and 44 sloka says about Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, atheism will divert people's intelligence, and they will almost never offer any kind of worship to Supreme Being, Narayana. The fact is that if a person is going to die, even if he collapses in the bed, and if he can simply utter the name of Narayana, he could be freed from karma. But in Kali Yuga, he will be proud and he will not do it. Kali Yuga, Brahmanas will not wear tilaka, the sacred markings, the sacred thread, nor will they will chant Gayatri Mantra. They will not study Vedas. They will not study scriptures. The people will eat what should not be eaten. And in Brahma Purana, Krishna Janmakanta, chapter 9, 90, 43 sloka, 44 sloka, 48, 50 and 51 talks about the behavior of Brahmanas during Kali Yuga. Brahmanas will not perform any purifying rites. They will not chant Gayatri. They will not study scriptures. They will become servants of the lowest classes and they will burn their corpse. Brahmana men will enjoy the physical relationship with low character women, and other men from other varnas will enjoy with Brahmana women. Gurus will reject genuine mantras and they teach false mantras. The gurus will not come from good families. In Mahabharata, Vanaparva, 198th chapter, 58, 59, 61 and 64 slokas describes the instructions of Bhishma to King Yudhishthira, how the society will persecute and even kill genuine saintly men and Brahmanas. In Narada Purana, what it says in Kali Yuga continues, the priest will crave for indulgence in physical happiness relationship with low character women, widows, and they also enjoy cooked food prepared by such women. Why this is mentioned? This is mentioned because it is understood that the consciousness or vibrations of the cook goes into the food that he or she is cooking. Thus, if Brahmanas or anyone on a strict spiritual path eat the cooked food of low-minded people, then their consciousness will be affected in a similar way. In Mahabharata, Vanaparva, 198th chapter, 15, 18, 29, 42 and 46 sloka says, the consequences of the loss of truth, the lives of men will be short, and in consequences of the shortness of life, they will not be able to acquire much knowledge. In consequences of little knowledge, there will be no wisdom. That is the Kali, frightening. Vedic system, what is the Vedic system? Checks and balances. It says three items. The authoritative Vedic spiritual text or word of God should be followed. The previous acharyas or spiritual masters, what they have said should be followed. The present day spiritual authorities, sages and devotees, what they say should be followed. The fourth factor is to understand the Sampradaya. The Vedic principle is that everyone, even an incarnation of God, Krishna himself had a guru, must have a spiritual master. The Acharya Abhimanam will be out. It means money hungry. Government politicians will force ministers, priests, monks, devotees, even the temples themselves to make business out of their religious practices. How to escape from this? Reawaken the spiritual power in us. That is how we can. The same Kaliyuga has got advantage also. Kaliyuga is an age of reversal. Please understand. What was once strong becomes weak and weak becomes strong. So often in Kaliyuga, men become weak in mind and body and no longer be expected to fulfill their responsibilities that were once provided many years ago. On the other hand, in Kaliyuga, it is seen that women become stronger, bolder, and more independent. In some cases, women are forced to become strong and independent due to being mistreated or left unprotected by men of little character. So that is the reversal. So not only that, in Kali Yuga, the country will be afflicted by dearth of famine. The roads will be filled with lustful men and unchaste women. Women will hate their husbands. And in Srimath Bhagavatham 12th chapter, Sloka 2 and 6 says, Kali Yuga progresses, the goal of life will be simply to fill the belly, which refers to the basic struggle to survive. And then, unfortunately, in Vishnu Purana relates that in Kali Yuga, families will give up even the farmers will give up agriculture and no commerce and seek livelihoods in doing mechanics and engaging in servitude to others. So, in Mahabharata, Manaparva says, the people will dig even the banks of the rivers with their spades and sow grains, but those grains will not grow. The earth will not give anything. It will give few crops. Clouds will increasingly give less water or will pour too much water at wrong times. And this is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga has many advantages and will show rise in people consciousness, spiritual awareness, enlightenment, knowledge, unity, harmony in many areas of life. However, this will happen only if we make a concerted effort to make the right positive changes. Otherwise, we could lose the opportunity. The time in which this takes place is called the golden age in Kali Yuga, which we are in right now. People will be increased the level of spiritual awareness through good atmas. Good atmas will work to increase the level of spiritual awareness throughout the world. Despite all wars or changes on the planet that are predicted to happen in the next several years, these are not absolute. They can be lessened, even eliminated by changing and uplifting the vibratory level in the atmosphere by transforming the social consciousness. The more we change ourselves, the more we also change our future. So how we are going to change? We will see in the next video.